Hello, everyone. This is our weekly All Signs. How will they react this week? This is where we go through each and every zodiac sign, one card for each zodiac sign to see how they're going to be reacting this week. So feel free to watch any sun, moon, rising Venus signs, cross watch. Of course, cross watch. That's what we're here for, is probably the person that's on your mind that you're thinking about to see how they may be reacting this week. That's what this is mostly all about. But you can also see if it resonates with you, if your signs, how you're feeling this week, this coming week resonates with you. It might help you know where you might be sitting this week as well. So feel free to watch any signs you're moved to watch. This is a general message, so these may or may not resonate with you, so only take what resonates and leave the rest, please. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I hope very much that you'll consider doing so. I really hope to get this out, my videos to continue to get out to more and more people so that they can, more and more people have the benefit of my readings, so that, hopefully that they can help them. That's what I'm out here to do. So thank you so very much for any support that you lend my channel. Let's go ahead and dive right in here. We'll start with Aries, and we'll just see one card for each sign and see what we got here. So we're starting out with the wheel for Aries. So the wheel definitely changes. There's definitely some changes occurring. I think I was picking that up. I want to say it might have been for their February overview reading that I've been just doing this week. So it might be that it could be, I feel like there's some change, some kind of big change going on in Aries life that is going to affect, I see this almost, I don't know why, but I'm seeing it almost like a domino, like one of the domino things, like hitting the dominoes and like a chain effect, like there's some kind of change that is happening for Aries that is going to cause a domino effect in their life, that's going to cause it's going to lead to other changes, even if they may not be aware of it yet at this time. I think that it's going to, that one change is going to lead to many other changes in their life. Okay, for Tauruses, if you're dealing with a Taurus, I feel like they just are really have a lot going on. They're very active at this time. I think that they just have a lot of stuff going on. I feel like they're just busy, like going here and there, like being pulled maybe in a lot of different directions is what I feel like. Have a lot on their mind, but really feeling like they're being pulled in many different directions this week. Gemini, if you're dealing with Gemini, I have the 5 of Cups. Gemini definitely, I feel like you're regretting something, like almost like feeling like there's just in your feels this week. If you're dealing with the Gemini, they're definitely going to be, I think that they're reminiscing about something. There's something there that's heavy weighing on their mind that they're trying to sort through. I think that there's just, I almost am getting this sense too of feeling alone, like feeling like they, whatever is that's going on with them, that they can't share it with anyone. They're not going to share it. They're just, it's more internal. I feel like they're going to be more internal this week than anything. Not very, not very social, because I think that there's something that is weighing on their mind that they're trying to sort through or deal with at this time. Very heavy energy that I'm feeling there for Gemini. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Cancer, I have the 10 of Wands. Something's been extremely difficult. But the great thing here is that with this being a 10, 10s are the, in the tarot are the end of something before it flips back over to the new beginning. So know that Cancers are at the end of something, but something that has been very difficult. Look at all those wands. If I can pick up the card, all those wands are weighed on that guy's back. They're all sitting on top of him and weighing him down. So there's just I felt that Cancers have been going through something really difficult for them for a while now, and it's I feel like that it's really something that's been really, really heavily affecting their world as they know it recently, and they're not quite past that yet. There's still something there that there's just this, it could be so many things. It could be, that they've had a very hard relationship that they're trying to get over, maybe a bad breakup they're trying to get past, or they've been out of work and they're trying to make ends meet, where it's just been something that's really been very trying for them, a very, whatever aspect or house that is in it's going to be different for different cancers, but there is something that has been a really huge burden on cancers recently that they're trying to get past. There's something that's been very hard. They're trying to get to where they're happy again, but they're not quite there yet. I feel like they're still kind of wading through that a little bit. So that's still going to be a little bit of challenge. You might not hear too much for them if you're looking for communication or something like that from a Cancer. You're probably, I don't think that I'm seeing that this week. I think that they're dealing with a lot. I see most of the signs dealing with a lot, but in different ways. We had Aries here that was looking at, they have changes that are going to lead to a domino effect. Taurus they're just got a lot going on. They're just being pulled in a gazillion different directions. And then with Gemini in Cancer, a little bit more internal, dealing with things. And then we have Leo here. Leo has suspended animation with the Hangman. They're definitely in a kind of a stuck spot. Definitely not going to be probably doing anything significant to move in any significant direction. I think that Leos are trying to figure something out this week. I think that there's something that they're trying to sort out for themselves a little bit, get a perspective on what I almost feel like what they want for themselves is what I think. I think if I recall, I think that really ties in with their February overview reading, and trying to figure out what it is they want for themselves, where they, I think a lot of signs maybe are in that space where trying to figure out where to go next. I think there's change coming for lots of people, and people are trying to figure out where they want to go next. So that's what we have for Leo. We'll go ahead and move on to Virgo here. Virgo, we have the Palace of Coins. The Palace cards are unique to this particular deck. This is the Tarot of Dreams deck. I do love the imagery on this deck quite a bit. But the Palace cards are usually, the way they describe them in this deck is an environmental card. So I think I got this for you before in another reading, Virgo. For some reason, I can't recall which it is now. It could have been last week's reading, individual sign reading, all signs. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. But this is, I really feel like the main thing, if you're dealing with a Virgo, stability is their material world right now is the focus of their world right now, of getting their affairs in order, their material world in order. Because I feel like for you, Virgo, or if you're dealing with a Virgo, that makes them feel comfortable. They feel comfortable when their world or their material world around them is good, where it feels secure and stable. When their material world does not feel secure and stable, they feel uneasy. And so I feel like right now it's all about, for Virgos, is getting things under control in their material world. So if you're dealing with a Virgo, that's kind of where they're going to be this week, is focused on their material aspects, their material world, and getting it in order. Okay, Libra, that's took me a minute to think. So if you're dealing with a Libra, we have the 5 of Pentacles here for Libra. This really tells me that I get that Libras are purposely keeping themselves out in the cold, that they're purposely isolating themselves a little bit, is what I get. I don't think that they're really in a giving charitable mood right now, or at least this week. I think that this is because they are I think that they're dealing with something as well. I think that but this is something that they feel they need to do. I feel that they're definitely going to be more introverted this week if you're dealing with a Libra. I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of movement here from any of the signs, honestly. I think that this week is going to be, most signs are going to be dealing with stuff that they're not going to be, maybe really, super, like putting themselves out there to start anything maybe significantly new. I think that just everybody's going kind of dealing with some stuff this week is what I really feel like. Maybe especially if you're here in the US. I know I'm not all US viewers here, but it's beginning of tax season here, so a lot of people might be dealing with stuff that have to do around that. But okay, so that was Libra, so Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the first card of movement that I've even really, well, I guess we had the Chariot, but that Chariot I really felt like for Tauruses was just them being pulled in a gazillion directions, like go, go, go. Really just being like pulled everywhere in different direction. Knight of Pentacles talks about very slow, very, very, very things happening very, very slowly. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, although there might be some movement, it's not going to be anything too significant. I feel like that for the most part, I think that Scorpios are, if I remember, at the end of the year and stuff, Scorpios had been going through a lot of changes. They had changes in their lives, getting straight on where they were going next in their lives. And so I feel like, they're still kind of, treading water of those changes. They're still moving forward, very steadily with those changes they've incorporated into their life, and so they're not necessarily going to rush into anything unless they know that it's going to align with where they're going, where they're heading, and where they decided to head, is what I get there for Scorpios. So next we have Sagittarius. So what do we have? One card for Sagittarius. How will they be reacting this week? How will Sagittariuses be reacting this week, please? Okay, Five of Swords, definitely in their head. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, I'm getting here like that they might be a little bit sharp-tongued this week. For whatever reason, I have a feeling that there's something that they're, maybe they're trying to sort something out. I'm almost getting this, even though this is the Five of Swords, I'm feeling like the way the sword's being held out here, almost that Seven of Wands energy where the person's holding the staff out in front of them. It's like, kind of keeping people or things at a, like just stay right there. Don't get too close. Don't get too close to me, because it's like, I think maybe they're trying to avoid conflict. So they're, but I also feel like they might be a little bit sharp-tongued. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they might be a little bit sharp-tongued this week. So it might lead to conflict if you have communication with them. It might not be what you want to hear, but I think it's just because I don't think it's intentional. think Sagittarius are intentionally trying to be sharp-tongued. I think that it's because they're not focused on, they're focused on something else instead of what might be occurring, that might be causing that irritation to bleed through into other situations, is what I feel. So it's best to possibly keep your distance a little bit from a Sagittarius, or take it with a grain of salt, and know that if they're a little bit sharp-tongued, possibly not to take it seriously or take it personally. I don't feel that their plan is to intentionally be sharp-tongued towards someone. At least that's what I'm picking up on personally. So now we have, I think Capricorn is up next. Yeah, Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords here for Capricorn, this is the first card I've seen of communication. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, and you want to know, I feel like they're going to be extra talkative. I think that they have something that is important to them at this time, and they want to share what that is with the world. So they possibly are going to be really extremely active on social media, or just having conversations with people. There's something that's going to be very important that they feel like some message that they feel like they need to share with everyone. So they're definitely going to be very vocal, but I think it's going to be, sharing their truth of something that they feel is very important to them, some kind of message that they want to get across to other people, that kind of let others around them know who they are and what they stand for, is what I get for Capricorns. And then for Aquarius, we have the Empress. I really feel like this is saying that Aquarius is in a really, really good place, and I really feel like that. I feel like they're appreciating the blessings that are in their life at this time. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, I think that they're in this state of gratitude this week, of being really thankful and grateful for the things in their lives, being really hyper focused on their blessings, on what they're grateful for. So we wrap this up with Pisces, and for Pisces we have the Seven of Wands, which the Seven of Wands, if you can't see that, make sure you're able to see that. So Seven of Wands is what we have for Pisces. So if you're dealing with a Pisces here, I feel like that they're possibly what do I want to say here? Because I'm being drawn to, there's a few different ways this card can be read, but I've never seen this card in this way. I'm being drawn to this light on the end of this staff, this wand. It's almost like a flashlight, like he's shining a flashlight on all the things in front of him, and wanting to really expose them for what they are, to illuminate all the things in Pisces, trying to shine a light and illuminate everything in their life right now, to see it for what it really is, to see its value, to see if it's worthy, or whether it's something they feel like they need to be protected from, or to stand up against, to defend themselves, or is, trying to really see things for what it really is, make sure to see past the illusion. Pisces is trying to see past the illusions around them, to really make sure that they're not letting anyone or anything in that isn't for their highest good, that isn't going to be for their better good. is what I really feel like. Very interesting take on that card. I've never, that was a very different kind of message that came through, but that's what kind of came through for me for Pisces. So that's what I have this week for our how will they react video. I hope that this finds you well, and if you liked any of the messages or feel like they resonated with you, hit the like button down below. Feel free to share any comments with me or with the fellow people out there that are watching the video. I'm sure we all would appreciate any comment and feedback that you want to leave. I thank you so much, very much from the bottom of my heart, for any support that you lend my channel, whether it be just to show up for my readings, if you just show up. But it would benefit, hopefully benefit me and others if you would consider liking, comment, or subscribing to my channel, because that helps my videos get out to more people out there, so that potentially more people can see them, and they can, benefit from them, which is what we're here to do. All readers are different. We all have our own unique interpretation of things. So, we're all going to read the cards differently based on our experiences and how we read them, which is why it's always good to watch many different readers. So I hope that you'll consider supporting mine, so that my messages can hopefully get out there to people that do need to hear the messages and the wisdom that I impart to everyone in the world. So thank you so very much for your support. I wish you the very best this week. Joy, love, and light.